Did I start the last one singing?
I think you did.
Did I though?
Oh no, that was the Instagram post. That was the story.
It was a story, yes.
Let's not.
Perfection. Oh, my sparkling water's gone
What
flat.
is the story?
Sadness. Nothing much. We're only here like last week.
I love it.
Last, what day? Wednesday?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
All
Who
days
knows?
are blindy at the moment
all
for me.
the days are all the one, so it's fine. But yeah, how are things?
Good. Getting there. People seem to love those clips that I put out, so I gotta
Yeah.
put that stuff back out
We're back. It feels really good to have
does.
like to be in the studio and to
on
be
a weekly basis. That we know it's in our calendars.
Yeah, and it's just it's just nice. It's like a little bit of a sketch, you know.
Big time.
Plans.
And people need us, Muriel. People need us.
Jay's back in full swing, as you can hear.
The amount of UK people, two or three people UK followed me this week from the podcast saying, I'm here for the podcast.
Nice.
We had some UK people comment on our
They
stuff.
did not follow me.
On TikTok. It's just
Thanks
I think it's-
everyone. I know it's Jay.
it's the
You're just
charisma.
listening to
Do you
this
know?
for Jay. That's fine. I'll just remove myself from the situation.
Come here. We're all expendable, Muriel, but you mainly.
Oh, ouch.
Come here. This show is nothing without
Next
your
week's
girl.
podcast will
This
be
show
brought
is
to you
literally-
by...
Can you imagine, you're not here. What happens next week? I'm like,
I'd love
marketing.
it.
No, I
and I'd be
wouldn't.
like, I'd troll you or something.
We should do
that's
it.
a joke.
We should
I
definitely do a
won't.
guest spot. Or if one of us isn't free, fill in.
Oh, I'd love that. Can you just like not be available and I can bring someone in?
Oh,
who's
she's
good,
getting
who's
ratty
much
now.
better
Look
crack
at her.
than
She's
you.
getting ratty. Don't get ready, bro.
Oh, it's okay. It's
It's
all
okay
you.
that I have the
It's
60-second
all
reels.
you. It's
okay
fine.
that I have the 60-second reels.
We won't go there.
Content is king has 60-second reels.
I know.
You'll get there.
I know.
You'll get there. Do you know what?
Somehow.
I'll talk to my boy in Instagram.
Too.
Monsieur. Don't worry about it. I'll sort it out.
That's not even how you pronounce
Whatever
his
his
name.
name
That
is.
is
I don't
such
need
an
to.
insult.
It's not. That's my boy. Like Money, I call him. Money. And
Just like your boy Zuck's like.
it's Z. But you can call
Oh,
him Zuck.
wow. We're on a one-letter basis now, are we? Oh.
I'm Jay. He's Z. And together we're Jay Z.
Did you just make that up?
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
I'm so happy that.
I wish I had, like, sometimes I wish I had a little soundboard here so I could be like, boo, and like, oh.
I'd have then just all Jay-Z references.
Oh,
It's your
I'd be
boy.
all zings. I'd be all zings. Oh, we should like, I don't know.
I'm not creating a soundboard
okay,
for this
fine.
podcast. That's usually what it turns into, is me having to create these things.
Oh, I know, but like, you said it, so you should do
You
it.
said it.
You said it.
How was your week going?
It's good. I mean, it's Tuesday. It's nice.
Hmm.
I feel like it's later in the week though, but that's because all the days are mashed into one.
Yes, correct.
But yeah, the weather is sauvage, so it's quite nice to be out and about and soaking up the sunshine.
What did you say? Sauvage?
Sauvage, like
What's that?
savage, like.
Oh, sauvage.
It's not a thing. I'm just trying to make
I
it.
like it though.
Isn't it?
Sauvage. Like
Yeah.
that's a merch idea. Sauvage.
Sauvage. Well,
Ali.
it is the name of something.
Ali.
I
So
think it
Ali,
actually
where you
means
at?
clean in French.
Probably.
Because
That's
savon
awesome,
is
man.
soap. Sauvage.
But that could be a term. Man, that podcast was clean.
Sauvage podcast.
Kind of sounds dirty as well,
That
doesn't
sounds weird. I
Yeah.
don't like it. Seedy.
How's work going?
It's good. Yeah, it's good. It's like
We ask you that
lovely.
every week.
I know, but
Not
why don't
much
I
changes.
ask you? How's business?
Not much changes every week to week. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's like, but I feel like it's a lot less chaotic for both of us in a good way.
Yeah.
Like I'm certainly settling into a lovely routine of normalness
Mm-hmm.
and being able to meet clients again and like actually like get in on shoots and start planning and stuff like that is
Yeah.
brilliant. So
It's interesting. I was like, I'd be happy with another 2 clients on my books. I would and
Yeah.
I was like, I'll put it out there now and stuff. I was like trying different
Absolutely,
methods
yeah.
and stuff.
yeah.
And I put the free consultation.
Oh,
I know. I know we talk about this on the pod, but it's 20 minutes. I've limited to 20 minutes, and I kind of a little debrief before I even have the call, because people will take full advantage of that. You know, they will like.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, I just thought, I'll try. I've never done the free consultation scenario.
Yeah.
It's always been through references. I got jobs and
Yeah.
work, so I said, I'll try it out.
Yeah,
I have 2 bookings this week and then 1 next week.
nice.
But like, who knows? It'll be interesting. I'll check back in next week.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. For me, I'm just buzzing that like I've hospitality clients again.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's so nice. It's so nice to be promoting like hotels and just like staycations
Yeah.
and it's lovely.
I was looking out. I was having my lunch and I was having a quick chat with Dee O'Neill, and I was having who's killing it in Flashwatch. If you look at their stuff, If you like that kind of clean scenario where like a dirty car turns to a clean car, flash wash.
Nice.
I believe the Instagram is, if I'm not getting that wrong. Sorry, Dee. But we were watching it, and I saw a wedding truck pull up outside the Imperial to have or to do or something. One of those people come in and design the place, flowers and stuff.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
And I was like, it's great to see that.
Isn't it?
It's great to see those people back to work, and
yeah.
I feel sorry for the musicians. Like, they're still stuck. And like, I'm not starting on anything, but the whole fucking thing with the guards attacking the pubs, saying you can't. Have you seen this?
Yeah, but they're now saying since yesterday that like basically they were saying to guards before to like be really strict, and now they're saying to be really lenient or something.
Okay.
Something like that.
Like, I can see if it's for the piss takers who have taken up alleys that don't even belong to their building. Fine, I understand that. But like, a lot of these guys have struggled long enough. Don't go snapping down them now. Like,
nah.
Leave them have the 6 months.
If it's not causing danger to anybody to have a table and chairs outside your premises, then go for it. Like,
yeah, I completely agree.
They need it.
But even the last day now, my mom has a cafe in Clarny, and she's been allocated 2 spaces outside her cafe, and she's like, lads, what's 2 spaces like? So she puts 6 tables out with 2 chairs, so 12 seats, and the next morning she came back. There was a notice, a letter through her door, and spray painted X's where the seats should go from the county council. Isn't that utterly shit? Like, saying please adhere to the marked areas.
Calm down. Like, seriously, like there should be, like, I just think that like that the county council, city council, guards, like if no one is actually causing trouble, leave them alone.
Yeah,
like,
and if they're not causing a blockage of people or wheelchairs and all that kind of stuff, leave them alone.
Leave them be.
Do you know?
Leave Miley alone.
Just check that we sound okay. I think we sound okay. Yeah, I think we do. Yeah, we're good. Yeah. Just triple checking. Like,
I can't hear us.
That's okay.
Okay.
That's all.
I mean, I'm in the room where we currently are. So,
guys, don't forget you can watch us on YouTube. If you're listening, you're like, I prefer to see these guys talk. Watch on YouTube, guys.
Yeah, it's my bad side, so I'm not a big fan of watching it.
It's not your bad side.
It is my bad side. My good side's my left side.
The question is, Muriel, do you have a good side?
You know, yes. You know what? Actually, there's actually a thing. Who was saying to me? Oh, the amazing girl who does my lashes, Vicky Lashes. Shout out. She said that there's a good side and a bad side, and it is all to do with like your. I think it was Vicky now. If not, you're getting a shout out regardless. But basically, it's like you have one side that's like a softer side of your head, and then that determines what your actual good side is in your face for like pictures.
I have no idea what you're talking about because I'm symmetrical AF.
You're perfect, yeah.
So like, thank you for that for our listener.
Problem.
I didn't need that information for the listener.
So maybe one of the days I will be showing my good side.
Do you know what? Let's swap next week.
I've been wanting to swap forever.
You sit here and I sit there.
Yeah.
And see what it looks like. I guarantee it's weird AF.
I would look so cool with the Content is King behind me.
Yeah, I'd like to get you
and
with
then
TV.
Everyone's going to be like, oh, it should be this way from now on.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Sure, let's wait and see, I guess.
This is going swimmingly.
We came in hot today. We're pretty aggressive for some reason. I don't know why.
We did. No, it's good. I like it. I like it a lot.
Keep you on your toes.
Yeah. So tell me, what's new in the world of digital?
Not much from what I can see. Now, I've seen headlines here about Instagram Reels, ads and Reels. Have you seen many ads and Reels?
I haven't seen them, and I haven't seen the option to advertise for Reels either.
No.
They haven't been a placement option, but have you seen ads? I haven't seen ads.
I've seen ads galore in stories.
Oh,
almost
in stories,
way too much. Yeah, but I haven't seen any Reel ads whatsoever. No, they're saying here it's available in all regions. It's launched since the 17th, so it's 5 days ago.
Okay, yeah.
So, but even I was doing ads up and I couldn't see them option for Reels.
Yeah, well, you see, I suppose they would have to be completely sized for Reels. Okay. Like, I wouldn't be running it as a placement option whatsoever, as an additional option to your other placements. Like, I wouldn't say, oh, let's run this ad and then click. It would be, what are we advertising via Reels? It's the same with TikTok. Like, when you see ads, like, I think the quality of ads on TikTok has extremely improved, like dramatically improved, because people aren't. Their whole slogan is "Don't make ads, make TikToks." Yeah. So they're like, make a TikTok, save it down, and that is your bloody ad. Like, don't have this beautifully produced piece of content or the static image that you're now animating and turn it into an ad on Reels
with the GIFs,
TikTok.
and you're like,
no.
Stop! Would you just stop it?
Stop it.
Would you just stop it?
But I think people still will take time to actually go through their Reels discovery. Like, you know, the way when you're scrolling through your feed, sorry, my watch keeps hitting off the thing. You know, when you're scrolling through your feed and you see Reels, but are you actually going into the Reels button and scrolling?
I have lately.
Okay.
I have lately done it. I've actually done it. I've kind of gotten bored of the feed. Where I'm kind of going, I'm like, oh, I'm kind of bored. I'll go to the Reels.
Yeah.
And then I find Instagram to be more educational and TikTok to be more
entertainment. See,
that's just who I follow, though. I think that's the algorithm for me.
Yeah, maybe. But my thing about Instagram Reels is if you have followers, right, then they'll more than likely see your reel. And then if you're being explored in the explore page, they might see your reel. But I think actually scrolling through Reels, I find a hell of a lot of repetition. Now, I know that TikTok is repetition, but I feel like what I'm being shown, that the algorithm isn't really working.
It's not registering you've seen it already, is it? And
kind of. And I think that like it's just, I think it's still trying to figure out where I'm at, and I think it's probably still trying to figure out where other people are at, because I feel like the explore page on an Instagram feed versus the Reels explore page on a Reels like vertical scroll on its own, they're two different types of people. Yeah. Do you know?
Yeah.
So it'll be, look, I'd be interested to see what the uptake on ads are for people doing Reels only advertising, and is it going to appear just in that vertical scroll like TikTok, or are they going to move it into like explore page Reels
with a paid kind of symbol or something? Or?
Yeah, like sponsored.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, because you can do sponsored ads in the explore page, but right now you can't do a reel size. So maybe that's
go to the explore page, though. Do you?
Yeah, I do.
You'd go and see what's there and then click on it?
Yeah.
I'd never do that.
But
ever.
Sometimes when I'm, when you're search, I kind of get to the explore page out of needing to search for something and then sticking around. So, when you go to the search button is your explore page. And then like obviously before you type in the name of something, you see all the content. Like to me, I end up there and I'm like, oh, what's that? And then that turns into, what are those? What are those?
Yeah.
And then I'm there for ages. So
I said to you last week, every time I go to the explore, you're there. I'm like, sure, there's Muriel. There's Muriel.
There she is. But you know what's interesting though? The way I haven't been posting on my own page for a while. My older reels are still getting interesting interactions from people who don't follow me.
Now, do you think that's a method of Instagram
Absolutely.
Pushing to get you back on?
1 bajillion%. And TikTok does the same. If you've been away for a while, it's like, hey, we're just going to let one other TikTok go viral there. And like I'd notice that I'd get an extra 1,000 views on some video from ages back because they're trying to like prompt me to come back. But I think Instagram's doing the exact same, where they're making maybe some of my older reels more visible to people in their explore pages, because I am noticing like a good few comments from people and I'm like, oh, they're bots, and then I'm like, oh no, they're legitimate like social media managers. So I'm like, It's interesting, they are definitely, but there is a lot of longevity with Reels anyway. So like regardless of like getting that initial blast from the fact that Reels gives you that virality, there is also that longevity of them too, which is why I'm like so pro Reels. Yeah.
Like that's never happened to me, so I'm just saying, it's just you.
What, with Reels?
Yeah, that I'm gone away for so long that they promote my other stuff. They're like, he's fine, put him away.
Well, no, the thing is though, I might not be. I haven't created content in like probably 3 weeks now. But I'm on
the shakes, like you get the withdrawals at all.
Because I'm creating content like for so like literally I've taken on another big account for content creation, and I'm so in it, and like it's one of those clients where I can be super creative, and I'm like I'm so in that I'm like, it's fine, I'll come back to my own. But I've been active on my stories and I've been interacting and I've been in my DMs, so it's not like I've been away from the platforms. It's just that I've just not been actually creating physical grid posts. Yeah,
give a shout out for your thing as well, that people want a job.
Yeah, so it's interesting. So like I get a good few messages from people in my DMs from like business owners who are like, look, I know you lecture, I know you work with people who are in digital marketing, and they said, is there, like, I usually get emails where they're like, or messages where they say, do you know anyone who can do 8 hours a week, or do you know anyone who we could have full time or whatever? And then I'd either put up the job spec, or I would just put kind of like out of decent or out of like confidentiality to the client or to the business owner, that I'd say, look, this is the general area that this person needs a job in, blah 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 blah. And then then people will reach out to me and say, hey, I'm interested. And then there's a bit of back and forth. I'm like, I should just be in recruitment at this stage. But I don't mind it, because then you know, the people get the job they want, and then the business is like, thanks, because you're saving me having to go and like go on Indeed or go on whatever Monster or
and
all
then
that
you're
stuff.
recommended by them as well.
Yeah, so I put it up on my stories. It's now gone from my stories, but it's in my highlights on my profile, where I just put up a question box for people to fill in their details. So for people who follow me, or people who are looking for, just even like people who might be already in full-time employment or part-time employment, who are looking for new opportunities, and obviously want to keep it confidential. But if something came along, to let them know, kind of a thing. So I just said, look, put your details in here, what capacity. And it's great because some people are like, hey, I'd be available for content creation. I have 8 hours a week. Hey, I'm a copywriter. I have 5 hours a week. Hey, I'm looking for something full time. So I can refer back to that now anytime that people have reached out, and a company has already reached out who I'm like, I've spotted somebody who commented who I'm like, I feel like they're good for that fit. So it's,
even for you.
well,
or
yeah,
even for me, for the agency, I could say I need a copywriter.
Absolutely, but that's it. And I know that there are like kind of freelance networks set up, and like there's loads of like different people who manage those things. But for me, it's just that I know that the people who follow me are a certain way, in that like I don't think many arseholes follow me. Like I know, but I just feel like if you follow me, you would have a similar mindset to me. And I know that if a company is reaching out to me, they want someone who has a similar mindset to me. So I feel like I can trust people who do, you know, reach out and they're like, hey, I'm interested in this. And like I know a lot of people, I know a lot of them personally anyway. And then if someone reaches out to me and they're like, hey, we're looking for someone in this line of work, or we're looking for someone who can do a couple of hours a week. And then now I have this story to come back to and see who's a good fit. It's so handy. So if you're listening to this and you're working digital marketing, or you're a copywriter or whatever, content creator, and you might be open to a couple of hours, just pop into my profile and go into that. It's called Job Ops highlight, and just put in your details, and sure luck.
MGFD.
Muriel Foley MGFD. Yeah, that's the one.
Insta babes.
But on TikTok, actually, have you noticed that there's now a fast forward scrolly toggle button?
No. Do I have that?
You definitely have it, I'd say, right?
Class.
So
I definitely don't.
There now.
I won't say a word. If you're watching on YouTube, you've just seen my pretty face. No, you haven't seen my pretty face. You've just seen your pretty face.
Sorry. That was my bad. My phone is currently being used to record Jay, and it may have stopped recording due to storage issues.
It's all G, girl.
But we're back. Jay's lovely face is
Anyway,
back.
go on. TikTok.
Okay, so let's talk about it, right? So TikTok. When you're on TikTok, what you do is when you're watching a video, pause it, and then you'll see a little toggly, scrolly.
Interesting, isn't it?
It's teeny now, so it's like it's really hard to see. So it's just like this little circular thing, and I've seen some comments where they're like, because I love looking at comments on all videos that I watch, and it was basically like, you know, something that like is kind of a watch to the end kind of a thing, but they're so long.
Yeah.
Come on, and then in the comments it would be like, just fast forward it, bro, whatever. And then some people are like, how do you do that? And then some people are saying it's only available on longer videos, but I was able to scroll like short videos too.
Okay, I'll check it out.
So yeah, so go to TikTok, watch a video, pause it, and then see, do you have the little toggly button? Because it's handy.
Instagram could learn from TikTok on pausing. Instead of just muting.
Oh God, I can't.
Just
yeah,
pause
with the reels.
Just pause the reel.
Yeah, and I can't. Why?
Just pause the reel. It doesn't make sense you're turning the sound off. Pause the reel.
But you know why though? It's because their whole app, bar Instagram TV, which is a different area.
Subsection, yeah.
You tap a video to mute it on a normal video.
I know, but
and you tap a reel to mute it too. Oh, I know, it's stupid.
I've done it several times. Like, oh no, still playing. I've missed that bit.
Yeah.
I just keep going. You've lost me, bro.
Yeah, but there's also like polls and countdowns on TikToks now as well. So interesting.
Yes.
I accidentally voted on a negative thing because I thought it was like an overlay sticker, and it was like some girl who was like, hey, should I go live?
You're like, no.
And I accidentally, because I was like, what's that sticker? And then I accidentally voted no, and I just felt really bad. So sorry, girl. Sorry.
It was weird watching back. Someone reacted or stitched with us or one of our advice videos, and it was him reacting. I found it weird.
So that happened years ago. Like last year, that happened to me with just a TikTok that I did, and this girl was like,
pipes.
"Hey, I think it was that one. She was like, "Hey, your reactions or your react is off," or whatever that was. And I was like, "Or no, your duets are off." And I was like, "So?" She was like, "I want to duet your video," and like it's just her laughing at my video. But yeah,
but that's
But it is funny.
Yeah.
But it's funny then, like, because I've seen some people, and this was like a couple of the viral ones where they'll use my sound and then they'll do the exact same thing as I did. And I'm like, oh my God, like, it's mad. It's
you're
kind of fun.
You're credited at the bottom, aren't you? Original sound.
Well, it'll say duet with
and you're exactly
Muriel or
so
whatever. And then your sound is there as well. So yeah, but yeah.
It's funny. Bit the bullet and changed all my business profiles to creator profiles for the music.
Yeah. It's a good move.
I said there's no difference.
Yeah, but are you scheduling content?
Not really.
Okay, well then you're fine.
I'm doing HubSpot, but I can still schedule stories, can't I?
I don't.
On Creator Studio.
Well, I was using a scheduler for a business account, and the minute we changed to Creator, we lost scheduling.
Okay, no, I use HubSpot. I can create it.
And it was okay. You can still schedule. Okay, well then there you go.
Yeah.
You're fine. You're better off. Like, I think if you, like, especially because there's no, like, reels aren't going anywhere. You need your audio. It just makes more sense.
Shite. The music is really shite. Like,
see, I have that with an account right now who's verified, and I can't find any material anywhere that will say if you change to, like, what I don't want to do is move it to a creator account and lose my verification.
Okay.
So that's the only thing.
Okay.
Because you gotta love your blue ticks, like, you know.
Yeah, gots to love them.
Yeah. But anyway, it's neither here nor there. So the other thing is the public comments on stories coming.
Yeah.
Well,
so
the test.
Anyone can comment on anything.
Yeah, but it's interesting. Like,
stories.
I know they're testing it now on Facebook stories, but Facebook stories, look, there's merit to them.
Yeah.
They're obviously not doing it on Instagram stories yet. They want to see how this goes. But I'm like, how will they show? Like, if I'm looking at your story,
I'm guessing it'd be a subsection, like an Instagram
like
live.
a live.
I hate them. I hate seeing comments on lives.
Sometimes they can make it though when they're for a longer life.
But it's not that. It's when you swipe across and you're like, no, that's how do you? And you, like, that's pure dad me now. Like, get rid of the comments. I can't. And then you're trying to fucking just.
Do you know what I don't like is when you're making a comment and then you don't want to make the comment anymore and you can't actually X out of it, so you're just stuck with your comment there and then comments coming through.
Yeah.
It's not like TikTok either, where you know you can scroll to the left and then you don't see any comments.
That's exactly what I mean.
Yeah. But I don't know, like.
But does that mean every story is going to have comments and you have to watch through the comments? Or is it
Yeah, or like, can you pause it and then like scroll through the comments?
I'd say it'd be a pause scenario, will it? Hopefully, because...
It'll be what?
It'd be a pause scenario, as in like you click it, pause the video and brings the comments up.
But I hope there's an option to enable and disable that. Because I don't think... You know, when people respond to your stories, I wouldn't want that to be a public comment.
No. Not always.
No. When would you want that though?
I don't. Yeah, looking back, like love hearts or great call or lovely.
But there's a reason why you have stories. Stories are very much, I would say, one-sided, unless you're obviously inviting the conversation of like, send me a DM of what you think, or like da 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 da. Whereas I think they're very much like, stories are very much like a one-way ticket. Like, this is what I'm saying about the situation, and like,
this is it, and this is my opinion. Follow or not, like.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. I do have a question for you.
Yeah.
I don't think we talked about this last week. Okay.
Am I in trouble? Like?
No. It's just an interesting debate. I'll just make sure I'm recording your pretty face. I am. Do you think that Ronaldo moving the Coca-Cola bottles out of the way was good or bad for Coca-Cola? In your marketeer's opinion.
It's happened before. I've seen it in UFC as well, where fighters don't agree with them and they kick the bottles off. But I think it's only good. I think the scenario of Ronaldo, but all anyone's talking about is Ronaldo kicking or moving the Coca-Cola bottles. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? I think it's the scenario of the mentality of any publicity is good publicity. No?
I disagree on that now.
You think it affects the brand?
I do, because just because it's Ronaldo Like, I know there's other players that followed suit, and like one lad moved the Heineken bottle out of the way. I think that Coca-Cola were always up against this kind of image of sugar, bad for kids, da 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 da. And I think that they're always trying to like, you know, move out of that and move into like make great memories. They have an amazing marketing team. Like they work really, really hard on their marketing. And I just think this was more than just a product placement, you know, whatever. It was more something negative. Like he moved it out of the way because Ronaldo he's more followers on Instagram than I think anyone. He's the highest followed celebrity, I think, on Instagram, and he has such an influential fan base that was a statement.
I don't think that move has any long-lasting effect on Coca-Cola.
Well, I mean, they lost 40 billion in 24 hours or 12 hours or something in stock.
Yeah, but like or something like in the long-term effect, that's happened before, where something's happened like that, where like Ronaldo, has 5 years maybe left in him?
Yeah, but if you were...
As a soccer... Oh, come here. If I'm a CEO at Coca-Cola, I'm not happy with 40 billion loss, but like...
Yeah, 4 billion.
4 billion, sorry.
4 billion. Coca-Cola loses 4 billion after Cristiano Ronaldo appears to encourage people to drink water instead.
Yeah, but how much do they get in value marketing? Of mentions.
But it's all like... See, this is what I want. Like, I wanted a debate, and I'm glad you said that, because like a lot of people are saying it's good for the brand. And I think that the fact that Coca-Cola's ethos was to try and get away from the fact that, you know, we are like bad for kids, we're unhealthy. Like I don't even know how much they paid to sponsor the Euros. Probably a hell of a lot more than like what we think. And to lose 4 billion by that sponsorship, like it's just insane. But I think it's because their whole thing was like, we're trying to like be inclusive, we're trying to like promote our sugar-free drinks and all that stuff, and it was just like wiped with Ronaldo going agua. Yeah,
well, like I think that term is wrong. I think the term saying it's bad for the brand, or sorry, it's good for the brand. Excuse me. No, it's good for the brand because everyone's talking about. I think that's the wrong terminology, because obviously it's not good for the brand, but there's something there that is good for the brand, if that makes sense. Like we're talking about it right now. Our listeners are listening to Coca-Cola. Like, it's not going to stop me drinking Coca-Cola. Like, realistically, it's going to stop someone having Coca-Cola.
I think it's more for
future,
like, it's more kids. For the younger generation. Like, he has such an influence over so many younger people that, like, for me, I'm like, are young people just going to be, especially because like obviously all the players were like following suit or like trying to do the same thing, is it now trendy to dismiss it? And that's an interesting debate, because like
we'll soon see when their paychecks getting smaller because they're dismissing a brand.
Yeah, but that's not their...
I know, but the Euros...
UEFA.
I know, but that will affect the players in the long term. Like, do you know what I mean? Like...
But would you... Because, like, look, I worked with Coca-Cola in the past. They were the loveliest people. They have an amazing marketing team. Not dissing that at all. But what I'm saying is, would you want to... If, let's just say you owned...
Coca-Cola, and then we...
let's just say you owned, like, Fanta, right? Whatever. If you own Fanta, would you sponsor the Euros in 4 years and have your bottles there the same way Coca-Cola did?
Again, it all depends on numbers. Like I don't think it comes down to that. Like, that's a wild card move. No one predicted that move. No company could predict that. A footballer could do that.
But knowing what happened, would you sponsor that?
Well, like, again, I see what product range I have.
Yes or no, Jay?
But this is it. Like, do I take... Yeah. I would look at the numbers.
But if you had... So they had a bottle of Coke and a bottle of Coke Zero. Would you put Fanta Orange and Fanta Zero together?
Like, you have to question that now. Will the Euros take a hit on that? Will they have to do some reimbursement to Coca-Cola? Will they have to do something like that?
Well, they are responsible for the players.
Do you know?
So, like, but it is interesting. Like, you didn't say yes, definitely.
I would consider it.
Okay.
I would consider it because there's too many variables of wildcards like that. Like, that's written in contract. If this happens,
it's definitely again, riskier now. Yeah, 100%. It cannot.
But it's risky in every scenario. Like, it happened with Monster in the UFC, where one of the fighters didn't agree with the policies of them, and they were paying the fighters wrong or something. So he just literally knocked the cans off the table. And yes, it's all well and good, but like, Monster's still selling, and like,
yeah, but there's a different context there. That was about sponsorship and money. This is about the healthiness of the drink, and that Ronaldo was like, drink water,
don't drink. But do you think he has an influence in America or Europe like that, or is it mainly just Southern America? That pure influential feel of that.
Oh, absolutely. Like, he has millions of followers around the world.
I understand that, but how influential is he though? Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I would say very.
He's taken on a giant there. Like, come Christmas, they've made that 4 billion back in the first week.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not
but
even less.
they have made a loss though.
Yeah, exactly. But it's interesting to see how they react. Like, they own River Rock. So I'm guessing they have other water brands in other countries and stuff.
Like, I mean, it's the same. Like, Brickfic own like water brands and like orange juice and 7-Up and stuff like that. So I'm not dissing that, but I'm just, it is.
And it's just, I'd be fucking furious. If I was Coca, I'd be so angry.
I'd be. This is what I mean. Like, I don't think it's. I don't think it's as good for. That's what I mean. What I'm trying to say is, I don't think it's as good for the brand as some people think it is online, because they're like, but it's placement. And I'm like, yeah, but it's a different type of.
Do you think it's a fair move placement. Though?
What do you mean?
Do you think it was bad on Ronaldo to do that?
I think that I think that it would be different if he had to wear. Or if Coca-Cola sponsored him as a player and had it like across his boots, or like that he had to wear some sort of thing and they paid him and then he did that, I'd be like, look, you signed a deal, blah, 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 blah. Whereas I think that a lot of footballers are probably put in a situation where they're like, come here, like, this is going to be around you, or like, maybe, like, I think that for him.
But put it to context of you, you're hired as an MC to host an event, wherever.
Yeah.
And Coke is a sponsor, but you don't believe in Coke, so you're in the MC and you're at the table and stuff, and there's a Coke can there and stuff, and you're like, no, drink water.
Honestly, if it was a brand that like, I'm trying to think of a brand that I passionately hate and I can't think of any right now, but let's just say that, like,
it's better not to put that out there as well.
Well, no, but like, there are brands out there who I probably disagree with, you know, for different reasons. Like, if there was a brand that, like, we'll say promoted like racism or like terrible things, right? And then I was like, no, you know, I don't support them, or like child labour or whatever, right? Then I'd be like, look, if there was like a big sign alongside me, or if they were like, oh, you have to drink out of a cup that says this brand because they paid a load of money, then I'd be a little bit like, you know, I think it's up to me to do that. But at the same time, as a marketeer, I respect the fact that brands have to sponsor things too. So I think it's down to, like, this is it. Is there a right or wrong answer? Because it's like, if it was a brand that I truly was like, this goes against my morals, then maybe I would do the same thing. And I feel like it probably goes against his morals.
Does drinking Coca-Cola go against his morals? Does it go against anyone's morals?
I would probably say so. Like, maybe he actually passionately is like, sugary drinks should be abolished because da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Like, maybe because he's so healthy and like, he's so in the game that like, he probably sees the damage that it does to people.
But has he been open about this stuff before?
I don't know.
Verbally. So like, if it was just a kind of right-wing kind of just, or not right-wing, but just a move out of nowhere.
But that's what I'm saying. If he was passionate about it, then maybe that makes it okay. Yeah. But if not, like, this is what it is. Like, I don't know if there's a right or wrong answer, but it is an interesting debate to have.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd be pissed off if I was Coke, obviously.
Same.
I'd be never hiring him again.
No, absolutely not.
But then again, I don't know what he's done before.
But he would have never worked with anyone like that anyway. I can't see him working with that kind of a brand. Like, he would be, obviously he'd work with like Adidas, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I don't know, but we'll see. Like, maybe people will unearth it. Maybe there's a Reddit thread on it somewhere.
Yeah, there definitely is somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm looking at time for you now. It's 4:15.
Yeah.
Kid.
Sorry, but yeah, no, that's my fault, because I kind of wanted that to be like the hot topic.
Yeah, and I don't know, did you get your answer that you wanted from me? I just like, it's
yeah, but I think it's I think both sides have interesting stories to tell.
Is it bad for Coca-Cola? Again, like, remember the Starbucks cup in Game of Thrones was worth over 40 million in advertising or something, wasn't it, or something? Did you see that?
No.
That someone left in an episode. There's a Starbucks cup.
Okay, well, that's hilarious.
Yeah, and but I'm saying it was just an accidental scenario that a Starbucks, and how much
money that made.
Because of the generated media, for me, everyone talking about it.
For me, good for the brand.
Yeah.
Totally different scenario.
Yeah, I agree. Well, it is. People were furious because, like.
Well, yeah, because it doesn't.
Fans were. Well, it doesn't fit medieval.
No, but it's not. It's not anything like.
I know.
Do you know?
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, I want people to let us know what they think of this. Like, do you think it's good for Coca-Cola that happened, or bad for Coca-Cola that happened in the long run?
Yeah. Long run, I don't think it has any effect. Up front, yes, that's 4 billion.
Yeah.
But that's a Tuesday to them, like.
Yeah.
From what we know, I don't know their sales.
I drink Coke Zero, so.
Same. I drink Coke Zero as well.
Yes.
To the haters, gonna hate.
But it's interesting. We'll see what happens.
Guys, thank you for listening. Appreciate it. Follow everywhere. Let us know your thoughts on that as well. DM us.
That's what I did. I just bulldozed.
I love that. That's
show.
what you need. That's what we absolutely need. No pro bono this week or Room 101s. We'll get to all that stuff soon. We promise. We'll get a list together and stuff.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening. Subscribe everywhere. Ring bells. Review. All kind of stuff.
Cool. Thanks everyone. Bye.